Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode we won our war against England for the last two counties in Wales, so we now control that entire kingdom, I'm pretty sure. Let me just verify that, yes. So I think I would like to focus a bit more on conquering the rest of England in the near future, if possible, but of course we have a truce with them right now for another 10 years or so, I'm sure, which is going to make that difficult, but I guess we can try and kill the king, except that he's in hiding, so I guess we'll put that whole thing on the back burner for the moment. Our other avenues for expansion, I guess we could take more land down here in Iberia. I mentioned, I think in the last episode, I'm going to wait until the next crusade happens before we figure out what we're doing with Jerusalem, because I think there's a good chance the Pope will just call a crusade for Jerusalem and all the land will end up coming back to us under our vassal king here. When will the next crusade be, actually? I think we got this in the most recent crusade, so it'll be 30 years after that. 1225. So it'll be in about 5 years or so, probably. I would kind of like to take some land sort of midway between Jerusalem and Portugal so that we can sort of have, you know, a little middle point here that we control. Not for any particular reason, just because it would be nice, I guess. I guess Sicily would be a pretty good midpoint. You'd find some claimant or something to the duchy. There is a claimant. 36-year-old lunatic. He is Norman. I really would prefer to put a Scottish character in charge, but maybe we can educate his heirs or something. I guess we could also take the whole kingdom, but kind of don't want to get involved in the whole Kingdom of Sicily, France mess that's going on. Just taking the duchy would be fine by me. So I guess if we pressed a claim to the kingdom, we might end up just gaining the de jure land. Are we still seeing claimants to the Duchy of Sicily for some reason? Why? Just close everything and try this again. Kingdom of Sicily. There's a full list of claimants to the Kingdom of Sicily. Okay, there we go. Well, there's no claimants that would accept an invitation there anyway. Alright, let's invite Humphrey. Current holder is in a regency, so we should be able to press his claim immediately. We will have to grant him a county, of course. Also, in the last episode we came of age, we didn't turn out especially amazing as a character. We did take the Seduction focus, though, which I'm interested to play with. I haven't used the Seduction focus very much, and never as a gay character, so I don't really know how this works. I'm assuming we'll only be able to seduce other gay characters. That would make sense. So that will probably limit our options, but we'll see what we can do. Let's see if we have any powerful vassals who we could maybe get on our side via our charms. Sort by rank here. There's us, obviously. Maybe searching vassals would be a better idea here. We do have Duke of Moray, who doesn't particularly like us. So I guess we could try to seduce him. Let's do it. We'll focus our seduction efforts on Duke Duff of Moray. This feels very unethical. More unethical than most of the things you do in Crusader Kings 2, but that's fine. Society might take a dim view of my preferences, but at the risk of a scandal, I'm about to seduce Duke Duff. With pride. Of course, with pride. So we got our claimant. I guess we'll just go ahead and get started on this right now. I'll grant him the county of Athol, I think, because we can revoke that back via a plot easily later, and I guess we'll just start immediately. We will be fighting Sicily, of course. They are 20,000 strong. We are actually not much stronger than that, but we should have the Holy Roman Empire on our side. However, they do have this revolt going on. Maybe we should help. I say this like it's a bizarre thought that would occur to me. We should actually help our allies in a war. But it would actually work in our interest this time. Except they're losing by quite a lot. Ooh, they're having an independence war. We're not actually part of that one. And this one is trying to oust him from power. Alright, I don't think we want to help, and I don't think we can count on his support. Maybe we could help at least with Aquitaine's war and get them to help us out. Okay, we'll do this first then. It should be easy enough. That's an army belonging to the Aquitanian Revolt. The only one I see. Yeah, I guess we'll maybe send some troops down here and just siege his land. This seems to be the only two counties he has. So if they're fully sieged, it should be over. Maybe we can just do it with our levy from down here. Why would I raise it here instead of somewhere closer, like here? We'll see what we can do there. I managed to chance upon Duke Duff alone in the kitchen when he came down for his usual late snack. We don't live in the same castle or anything, this doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we talked and laughed for hours, and I can tell the attraction is growing. Hoping I've read him correctly, I lean in to whisper in his ear. You want to confess our love, make a lewd suggestion, or quote love poetry. So, oh, he's chaste as well. We might be onto a loser here. Trying to seduce somebody who's chaste, but do we think he might be more interested in a lewd suggestion? Probably not, considering he's chaste. Does he seem like a naive romantic? He's charitable? Does that go with that view, maybe? We'll quote love poetry. We'll confess our love. See how that goes. His response wasn't quite what I expected, apparently. I am to stay away forever. Well, that's fair. So we just reduced his opinion by 30, which is the opposite of what I wanted. Does this mean we have to just abandon this and try to seduce somebody else? Recently I've amused myself with seducing a handsome young guard. He follows me around like a puppy now, a very big, muscular puppy. We could make him a squire and keep him as my lover. Give him a tumble and I'll have the most loyal bodyguard ever, so we get extra martial score. Ooh. I like that. Yeah, let's do this. Seduction focus is working out already. Castle fortifications are complete. I heard the sound of a notification appearing, but no notification was forthcoming. A large merchant caravan from distant lands has arrived at the gates of your stronghold. We will let them in. As evening falls, the fat merchant sits by the fire and regales you and the rest of your court with stories of his travels. Yes, tell us about Hindustan. Dawn breaks and the caravan prepares to move on. We'll accept his gift of a eunuch. Humphrey Balliol. I think that's the same dynasty as the claimant to... Actually, this is our claimant. He declared his conquest of Antioch. Okay. On the Grand Headmaster of the Hashashin. What is going on here? Is he still in our courts? Oh, it's also just ended inconclusively right now. Okay. I mean, he's a lunatic. Perhaps he was just making it all up. Or hallucinating it. Very strange. And why did we go down here? Is this where he lives? This doesn't make sense. Yeah, he's at court down here. We have to invite him back to court, and now he won't accept. Well, let's see. I'll definitely send him 15 gold. Now he'll accept. Come back, please. Humphrey. Don't go off to Africa again. So it looks like the Kaiser's going to lose a battle here against, I think this is his independence revolt. Which is bad news for him. Meanwhile, we're sieging this. Aquitaine is sieging the other county. Some other unrelated battle is going on at the same time. So I think our seduction efforts on the Duke are ended possibly forever, so I guess we should try on somebody else. Problem is these other characters are not our direct vassals, so it doesn't really matter what their opinions of us are. The Basileus is also gay, so we could try him. Sure, why not? Yes, we'll try to seduce Ioannes the Fourth. The target of my amorous attentions simply never seems to be around. Well, that's not too surprising since he lives thousands of kilometers away. We'll say there's no rush. Maybe we'll run into him at a party or something. Alright, our siege here is going to finish pretty soon. Alright, we'll keep trying. I guess it makes sense that we wouldn't be able to seduce somebody so distant. I just want to check on the pacts here. Yeah, they do have pacts with the target of our affections, and oh, here we go. And also with Pisa. Strangers from beyond the sea. There are rumors of exotic strangers in weird-looking ships making landfall all along the Atlantic coast, speaking no known language, trying to buy land in exchange for obsidian beads, colorful feathers, and gold after refusing offers. Local rulers who are apparently threatened with terrible curses and the might of a great emperor from beyond the Atlantic Ocean. So, the Aztecs have appeared. Speaking of Aztecs, by the way, I forgot to check for a long time on how the Mongols are doing with their invasion of Cumania. It seems like they still haven't won it. Is it still going on? No. So I guess they lost or it ended in white peace. Come on, Mongols, get your act together. But, this is kind of unfortunate because we own most of the Atlantic coast, so there's a very high chance that the Aztecs are going to arrive and attack us. If we get very lucky, I guess they might attack Sicily, maybe? Possibly England, or maybe down here in Maghreb or Mauritania. But very likely they're going to be attacking us. The good news, I guess, is that we own land in I don't know how many separate kingdoms, so they're not going to take all of our land, but we could stand to lose another kingdom, which would be bad. I don't think we're going to have much of a chance of winning an initial war against them, but we'll see where they attack and what happens. The Emperor has a reputation for not giving in to flirting. Any more time spent chasing him is a waste. We'll move on. Alright, so apart from the helpful bodyguard that we acquired, I don't think we're getting much out of the seduction focus. Aquitaine has won their war, though. Let's get our troops home and disband them, and I guess we'll go ahead and declare our war for Sicily. Hopefully we can get it done quickly before any troops arrive from the mysterious strangers across the Atlantic. There is still... oh, there's not a regency in charge here, but there is a female ruler, which is just as good when it comes to pressing weak claims. So let me just check that we can actually press this claim right now. Claim the Duchy of Sicily for Humphrey. See what else we could potentially claim for existing vassals, and none of these people are vassals already apart from our one duke or our one earl in Brittany. He has a claim over here. That might be worth doing at some point as well. Expand our holdings here, but I don't think we'll do it right now. We'll take the duchy. So first we have to grant Humphrey a county. The council does not agree. We'll have to buy a favor from somebody. This guy thinks he should get the title. Well, I'm going to be revoking it back very soon anyway. Don't get too excited. Maybe if you wanted some land, you should have gotten some useful claims. This guy won't even accept us buying a favor of him. We'll send him a gift first. And let's see, who is that? Our court chaplain, I think. Okay, we can buy a favor now. Call this in immediately. Might also help us out if we have trouble getting the war declaration through the council as well. Alright, so we have the council on our side now. We may not have advisors appointed. We should probably appoint some if we're having trouble with the council, since that will get more people on our side too, hopefully. But for now, we can give this county to our claimant. Apparently one of the subholdings in there was our marshal, so we have to appoint somebody else. I guess we'll appoint Duke Rory. For now, and we have 2 commander titles to give out. I guess Humphrey can have one of them. If he's getting a duchy out of this, we may as well make him fight for us. So now we can claim Sicily. We have Aquitaine, they have nobody. The council agrees. Let's do it. Alright, so we'll have all of you guys meet up over here. So we'll just disband this. Actually, you stay where you are and we'll bring you by boat. No point transporting you all the way north, I guess. We'll just leave you where you are and pick you up along the way. Won't bother with this 300 and this 200 from Jerusalem. We don't even have a coastline down there, so definitely can't raise any boats. We'll just leave them at home as well. Sicily already has troops over here, so won't be raising troops from him either. Work can be tedious when one problem is solved and another one pops up. I tire of having to complete the same tasks over and over again. So we can have a chance of becoming slothful, or we can have a pretty good chance of becoming diligent, which would be really good. And we did it. Nice. How old is our prospective wife, by the way? 14, so just over a year till she comes of age. Let's decline to lead any troops ourselves for safety reasons. Our new vassal and claimant is buying favors. Not sure I approve of that. Called in a favor. Not from somebody on our council though, so I don't think we care. And We definitely do not have enough troops, so I should have been raising more. Or enough boats, I mean. Okay, surely this is more than enough. We have doubled the required number of boats. We'll stop by and collect the army from Portugal. And we'll probably just go ahead and land down here in our war goal. Apparently he really wants late feudal administration in the county of Athol. Alright, more upgrades finishing. Oh, and Aquitaine's here already. Good for them. We'll be there soon, guys. 17,000 Sicilian troops up here, I can see. They should have another 10k or so around. You know, they have some over here. In fact, that's most of the additional 10k. And we have a new pope. Right, let's land and we'll probably just start sieging. Hopefully Aquitaine doesn't wander off up there and get his army destroyed by the Sicilian army, which I think is probably now lurking in the fog of war here somewhere. Hopefully he comes back and meets up with my troops. And we have an independence faction. What I'd ideally like to do is try and lure their army into attacking us across a strait into hills. So I think what we'll do is send about 11k over to Messina, 11k to Palermo. That way we should be able to arrange a decisive enough battle. Or you come down here, actually. Lost a siege there. There's a holding here belonging to the Templars or somebody. Not the Templars. Oh, it is a vassal of the Knights Hospitaller. And we gained a tithe in Gary, which is very nice. So, unfortunately, Aquitaine did exactly what I said he shouldn't do and wandered off and is having his army destroyed. He'll probably retreat down here somewhere, so he won't be too badly hurt, I guess. Let's hope we get out of here before we take attrition. And our alliance is broken down, but he will stay in our war for the time being. Or for the duration of the war, I think. Okay, so we have our armies in place. He is heading across the strait, so we'll need to hold out here. We'll send in reinforcements, and this should be a pretty good battle. But I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to end on a cliffhanger. Because we're just about out of time. We'll see how that battle turns out in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.